Hey guys, welcome to the Model Citizen Podcast. We're your hosts, Hunter and Michaela. We are so excited to have you here. All right, let's dive in. Hello, everybody.
You guys, welcome back to the Model Citizen Podcast. Hunter has a red tongue.
I have a red tongue, and it's because I'm a kid. I like sour candies, and I was just housing a bunch of Starbursts that I got this weekend at our yearly American Dream Mall Why Did We Do This run.
Right. You needed to bring
if you're a longtime listener,
the big guns.
Then you know. Once a year, my husband and I decide to go to the American Dream Mall. And
you guys have like short-term mall memory, I feel. Like you guys will be like, maybe it's different this time. Like you have hope for the future.
And the thing is like it was good and it was so fun until I had to square up against a little twerp.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So let me take you guys back. I wasn't even going to get into this, but
it's okay.
The pipeline from Starburst, from red tongue to Starburst to me squaring up and almost getting in a fight with someone is just like,
we'll always be able to get there. You know what I mean?
We're always going to get there.
We're always going to find a way to get to Hunter squaring up with somebody.
That's right. And now, why is it me and not my husband squaring up? It's just our personalities. My husband's never going to ruffle a feather unless it's like truly an unsafe situation. And sometimes he ruffles feathers in a way where I'm like, settle down. You know what I mean?
Right.
It'll be like a road rage kind of way, like especially when he's driving. And I'll be like, hey, you can't get that upset at somebody these days. You know what I mean? I'm like, you kind of have to like.
No, anytime Martin gets like a little bit road ragey at someone, I'm like, this isn't the time or the place because that person could be holding.
I know. There's been times where I'm like, babe, if you don't stop it right now, like I will not talk to you ever again.
I will tuck and roll out of this car and then you'll have a whole nother set of problems. Sure.
So we were at the American Dream Mall. It was like totally fine. It was fun. We went and checked out Bubble Planet. If you're nearby, check it out. It was like a really fun kind of kid thing to do. We got there right at opening. No one was there. Gorgeous. Yada, yada. Afterwards, we wanted candy. What do you do at a mall? You go to a candy store.
Right.
A pick your own candy store.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
If we're thinking 90s.
If we're thinking 90s, yeah. Because I can't think, we don't have anything like that near us anymore. Like the candy factory's gone. There's no,
that's devastating.
Where you tell me where one is because there is not one here.
That's
and I wouldn't seek one out even if there was one because I'm not a candy person. But
that's true. And also you have C's by you, so why would you ever need to go to a candy store? So we go to a candy store, and there's this kid here. And he's about maybe 22 years old. He's like 5'7", and he's just looking sketchy. Bro, so the candy store is 3 levels. It's called It's Sugar. Mm-hmm. And we're pushing our stroller. And at first we were just going to leave the stroller with my bag and everything in it on the 3rd level. I was like, whatever. And then as we're walking down the stairs, he's kind of like looking and kind of like looking again. And I go, babe, go grab my bag. I go, take the stroller. What are you going to do with the stroller? Grab my bag. Excuse me. So...
Although people do steal strollers and then resell them.
Fine. It's apparently, a Yodo
apparently they do that at Disneyland, though, is what I will say.
Honest to goodness, we need a new one. Take it. Okay? So my husband will
I have to justify the...
Yeah, I'm like,
if anyone wants to set up a theft.
It's
like what is it called when they pay someone to... what's that called? An assassin? A hitman? You need a hitman for your stroller.
No, literally, I'm like, we kind of need a new one, so like, go for it,
like,
guy.
Take it, rob me blind.
Right. I'm willing.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So then we go downstairs, and every time I turn around, this kid is like right by us. And he's just kind of like, he's not holding any candy in his hand. He's just kind of like looking at candy, looking at the back of it. What kid needs to look at the back of candy? Right. And then he's just kind of like looking around. So finally, I keep saying something to Brian. Brian's like, it's fine. He's just a punk kid. And I go, no, like he's making me uncomfortable. Yeah. And like, there's one thing I'm going to do. I'm not going to be uncomfortable when I'm out in public. If I'm squaring someone up and I go, okay, he's pockets look empty, whatever. Right. Then I'm good to kind of square up, okay?
Right.
And I'm also about 2 feet taller than him.
Right.
So finally, I walk past him, and dude, this was crazy. I walk past him and he kind of does one more look, and I stand and I'm tall, the tallest I've ever been, and I look at him and I don't break eye contact until he breaks eye contact. And he broke it like a couple times. Like he was kind of like this. And I didn't say a word. I just looked at him and I followed him across the entire store. And he looked back a couple times. It was very dad. Like this is something dad would do. Like kind of
Totally.
make
Just
someone
intimidation.
nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an intimidation situation.
Like
sure.
It was kind of like, I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Watch
listen,
out.
That's the best lesson I've ever learned.
Which
you need to out crazy somebody. If you were a woman, just out crazy them, dude.
So, dude,
wild.
I was tall and I was staring and I didn't even blink and I followed him across the entire store. Even when I was walking up the stairs, I kept my eyes locked on him and he looked back like 3 times and I just didn't. And dude, he walked out so quick and Brian was like, you're fucking crazy. And then as we were walking out of the mall or whatever, I kept looking back and he's like, he's not there. And I was like, I don't know.
You don't know?
I might have to keep my crazy act up until we get into the car. I don't know. I'll go back and stare at him again some more.
Right. He's on his podcast right now talking about the crazy lady who stared him down at the mall this weekend.
He's probably like, this girl, I was just out there looking for some
I was just killing time. I was going to meet my girlfriend and I just was like I was like, what are the calorie counts? I don't know if this fits into my macros these days. And this crazy mom came up.
I know, dude.
Squaring up with me.
I think it was also like, it was off the heels of Sports Illustrated posting my photo. I'm in this year's issue again, you guys. I'm so excited.
I know we haven't been able to even talk about it yet. Because they just dropped it last week.
Yeah. But it was right off the heels of that. And like, then TMZ posted the slide of all the girls in the issue, which then prompted a massive like 3-4 day influx of the most insane asinine comments of all time. And so I was just like,
but that post has the comments up, and that's
bro, it has the comments up, but dude, I was literally doing one of these. And if you guys are listening, I'm putting my fist to my hand and
she's doing one of those knuckle sandwich
I was
moves.
riled.
I know.
So I was ready to square someone up, and unfortunately it was that kid. Okay.
Listen, here's the thing. Don't get in the way of a mom with her kids. And like, we know this. And it's wild to me that anyone would even try. If you are near
Don't even give anyone a look these days.
No. Here's the thing. If you are near a woman with children, go away unless you have only the best intentions in the world, because moms are going to sniff it out and moms don't fuck around.
That's right.
They're not going to fuck around. They will do anything to protect their children. They will act kooky, crazy. They will pull out everything that they have. It's just in our DNA.
Absolutely.
So like, it's just crazy. And honestly, he's probably just a kid that like didn't probably realize, but you're going to learn. You will eventually learn.
You're going to learn.
So if you do beat your ass behavior, one day someone is going to in fact beat your ass.
Bro, and then you learn. We tell Hudson all the time because with his sister. Yeah, we literally had to tell him with Ava, we go, will you keep getting in her face? Don't get upset when she decks you.
Right.
Like literally we have to tell him that. And not that we're condoning hitting, but we're like, Hudson, if you keep poking a bear, the bear's paws are going to come out and they're going to tap you.
Everyone should have the space and the right to defend themselves and protect themselves, even if it's from like, your older brother who's just dicking around with you. It's just like, she's going to push back, dude. And we're not going to tell her to stop because we're not always going to be here. Like, I'm not always going to be on the playground, and I need to make sure that she can defend herself just like we did growing up. And just like when I punched that kid in the stomach in elementary school because he pulled my hair.
Never forget, dude.
Never forget. Actually, his name was Chad. Can you believe?
Oh, wait, who's Frankie?
Frankie was my boyfriend.
But you also ripped someone's shirt.
That was the same guy.
Frankie.
No, not Frankie. Frankie was my first boyfriend when I was like in preschool. I remember him. He was so sweet. His dad was our mailman. But no, Chad, dude, I decked him in the stomach and ripped his shirt because he pulled my hair. And they called mom in, and the mom was like, well, what did he do?
Yeah.
And that's how we've been woke since the jump. Okay.
That's right. Mom
because our mom was like,
fight on her schoolyard in a yellow sunflower sundress.
Absolutely.
She literally got in a fist fight in elementary school. Yeah. You've still heard that story, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's continued through the family line. Okay.
That's right, dude. So square up.
Unfuck with the bull. is going to be the name of literally our autobiography.
Absolutely,
Unfuckwithable.
dude. Also, we're
Mm-mm-mm.
6 feet tall. We're over
Right,
2 built.
dude.
Like, oh
Right.
god, dude, we're
Here's the thing is
sturdy.
like we are built like I always say this,
Linemen,
linemen.
as
It's
the comments would be correct.
right as the comments on your posts and honestly my posts a lot too.
Would be
The
correct.
trolls are out and the bots by the way are so convincing that you think that they're real. That I'm telling
Oh,
you,
absolutely.
sister,
Oh,
I bet
absolutely.
you. I'm not kidding you. I bet you 80% of the comments that you saw are bots. They're
Oh no,
that
I
good
know
these
this.
days. You know what I
It's
mean? Isn't that what's crazy?
80%.
But isn't that crazy that they are so realistic and they type so and they like comment. It's so real. And they look, you look at their profiles and they kind of look real, even though they're usually private.
Right. And they'll be following
What's
like 3
happening?
people and they'll have 0 posts and you're like, "Huh?"
It's wild.
It'll either be that or it'll be this guy Zach who had literally the that he was part of the youth ministry
Of
of this church in his,
course.
and now this is not hearsay. Youth
Mhm.
ministry, he had a Bible verse, then
Yep.
he had the church and the link to the church, youth ministry, and then everything was right on there. And so I tagged the church. I tagged the creator of the church and the creator of the church wife. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry.
Right.
You're not
No,
going to
and
be
you
there.
should.
And I was just like, you're, and I, like, dude, the comments from men and women, unfortunately, I can't exclude women in this. I can't.
Absolutely.
I'd be
Absolutely.
lying. I'm not, there's one thing I'm not, and that's a liar.
You're not a
Women
liar.
are
And everyone is so fucking hopped up right now, dude. The
hopped.
anger is on another level. Everyone's so
Oh my God.
pissed at everybody. And anytime they see
Pissed.
someone living their best life, and anytime they see a
Oh, it
woman living in
pisses them
her
off.
body and just like being empowered, they can't, it gets to them. And I swear, dude, it's like a sludge that
Yeah.
like reaches into their soul
Yeah.
and it sucks out the most evil side of them, which
Yep.
is a hurt child deep down inside. It's a hurt
Always.
child, an unloved person. It's never with good intention. It's never anything other
No.
than they want attention. They want to argue. They see your insecurities or their insecurities playing out, not impacting you whatsoever, and they can't handle it. It is a visceral
It is.
reaction, and it's so sad. It's so sad, and it's pathetic. It's so
It's so
pathetic.
pathetic. And
That's what you're doing with your time on Earth.
it's like I said, in my stories, it's like, I have the tools to take these comments, to take on
Yeah,
these comments. And people will
absolutely.
always, after I post this kind of stuff, be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like this is," and I'm like, "No, there's no, there's no, this isn't new for me,
No.
but this might be new for your friend who follows me and is seeing this. This might be new for
Yeah.
your boss who follows me and is seeing this, or your
Sure.
daughters who follow me and is seeing you talk like this. This might
Right.
be new for them, and they might not have the tools to deal with it and to process it. So while it doesn't affect me the way that you want it to, it's affecting your peers and who are seeing it. And it's like you just said, it's the person who in their life never got told, "No, we don't talk like that," or always witnessed somebody else talking about other people like that and then made their
Right.
decision. We each get a decision to make. We don't inherently go into this world thinking these things. We go, "Okay, I have a decision. I'm going to agree with that negativity and meanness and cruelness, and I'm going to run with it. And I'm going to
Mhm.
continue my life like that." Or I'm
Yeah.
not. And I see that kind of as a shitty person and a shitty that's a shitty character of a human being, and I'm going to
Right.
go ahead and go against that grain.
Right.
You make that choice, and when you're the first choice, you're commenting under these pictures of
Right.
anyone and
Right.
having an issue with them.
Right.
And I got a lot of comments from women who were like, "Wow, I felt personally attacked." And I started
Mm.
crying because my body looks like yours. I also had a girl message me and was like, she was like, "I once dated a photographer, and when the Sports Illustrated issue came out a couple years ago, he was like flipping through and he was going through each of, you girls and saying like, she shouldn't be in it, she shouldn't be in it." And so the girlfriend was like, why? Like, that girl's body looks like my body. And he said, well, you're not a model. And she broke up with him.
Wow.
Thank you.
And she
I love
should.
a happy ending.
We love it.
But yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
all this to say, there's nothing that you're saying to me, by the way, that my crush in middle school woodshop class hasn't already said to me. Okay?
Absolutely.
I dealt with
Absolutely.
it then when I was 15.
Absolutely. You know,
Thank
we've
you.
always said this. There's nothing you can say to me that's going to hurt my feelings more than me at 13 with my crush telling me that I'm fat. You know what I mean? That was the most vulnerable part of my life. And that was the most horrific thing at that time you could have said to me, because I was still locked in early 2000s diet culture. Nothing will ever, impact me the way that did and be worse than that. Trust me. Because now
Also,
the tools
by the
are built,
way,
baby. Unfortunately, the armor is strong now,
the
and you got
toolbox
nothing.
is
Toolbox.
locked and loaded. Number one. Number
It's
two,
locked up.
you can comment on my body all day long. You can talk about my stretch marks. You can talk about my cellulite. You can talk about my rolls, my stomach, this, that, the other, the way my arms jiggle, but you can never talk about my character.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
That part. Because here's the thing. They
That
don't
part.
know you. And the best thing about when you know yourself is that nothing anyone says that's not true about you
Will
can
affect
hurt you.
Yeah. Only when it's
Like,
true
you
will
can
it
say anything
rile
about
you.
like you right. You can say anything you want about my body and the way I look. You can never say that I'm not a good wife, not a good friend, not a good sister, not a good daughter. You know what I mean? Like, these are not things that you can ever say to me.
Right.
Because
You
I
don't
know
know
that's
me.
not true. And it's a
I'd rather have
beautiful
good character
thing. I'd rather
all
have good
day long
character
than a body that
all day.
you approve of. Guy
Right.
who looks like a shoe.
Right.
Anyways.
Random guy who looks like a fucking shoe. A ratted, tatted, used up, stinky, unwashed assed shoe is what you look like.
Thank you.
I've never had anyone say, I've never had a hate comment from anyone who didn't look like they had an unwashed ass.
That part, sister. And
I've never had anyone comment who looked better than I did, who was more successful than me.
My favorite though is the guy who one guy who commented who no, I'm not kidding you, like was a line, like whatever,
Huge.
large man. I don't
Always.
care. You
No.
do you. But he was like, no one voted for this. And I was like, bro, let me give you a mirror. Thank you.
Right. Also, my favorite thing is when a guy who's also bigger comments something. I'm like,
dude,
this is funny coming from someone who's also a member of the Big Girls Club.
Which
I always say to them, and it pisses them off. Guys, if you ever get some kind of shitty comment from a guy who's part of the Big Girls Club, let them know. Be like,
that they're part of the
you
Big
are
Girls Club.
You are an official card carrier of the Big
honey,
Girls
you might
Club,
be the founding member.
I think you're the founding father of the Big Girls Club. So let's not get things confused.
Thank you. And all this to say, I'm back with Sports Illustrated for my 8th year. Technically 9th, but 8th year in the magazine. And I'm very excited. I went to Laredo, Mexico. When was that? December, right before Christmas time. And I had flu A. We talked about where I was when I had flu A. We didn't tell you what it was, but Sports Illustrated, super excited. Go check out the photos, leave some love or don't. If you're listening to this and you're a hater, then like shout out.
Thank you for listening to the podcast and just upping the cash flow, babes. This is what I don't understand too. I'm like, you guys realize that any engagement is good engagement in the hellscape that is the internet. Like,
it looks great.
It looks great. If you scroll through Hunter's photos and she's got thousands and thousands and thousands of comments.
Yeah.
It's insane how much that looks good and how that just increases your engagement on your posts, which increases all the brand deals. It's just like,
so haters make me famous. Pics, dude, is what I'm going to say.
Haters are making you money. Unfortunately, there is a dark side to all of this, but the one benefit is that the dark side does pay you.
That part, sister.
You know? So it's like they think that they're making you feel a certain way. They're not. So like that's embarrassing. That's not even working. They think they're hurting you in some way. Not only are you not, you're actually paying me. So I don't know. You know, it's just like,
I don't know, you're actually giving me platforms where I can go and interview more.
Right.
People are now so taken aback by it all that they're like, can we interview and talk about it? Oh,
right.
Making my star go up from an X to a D.
Exactly. She's a D-list now. Good job,
That's right.
haters.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, listen, you guys go check out the pics. They are so incredible.
Yeah.
Like literally, we talked about it. This was your Jordan game photo shoot. You turned it out. I'm so excited for
No,
the
I'm
rest of
so
them.
excited
At
for the
time of
yeah.
recording, they haven't all dropped yet. So I'm screaming
Not
because I
until
need
May.
them. I know, but I
Yeah.
need them. Like I need them now. I need a connection? Like, does anyone out there know anyone that works at Sports Illustrated? Because like I need the photos now. They're so all the behind the scenes stuff was so sickening. You guys
Yeah,
aren't
it's gonna be
ready.
really good. Honestly, I think it was one of my better, like, best year. And I
How
said this
much do
last
you
year in
just
social.
come through though? How much do you just feel like you come through when you're feeling sick? Like I feel like the best work I've ever done has been when I'm just ill.
Yeah, because I think because you almost you push more and push better because you're like, I'm already going to overexert myself.
Yeah.
Let's just take this one home and like really do it. And for those of you out there who are like, well, didn't you get other people sick on set? First of all, everyone on set had Montezuma's Revenge or norovirus. But we all have to push through, guys. It's not like we can just leave Mexico and go, okay, goodbye. And I didn't know I had flu A until I got home. Thank you.
Yeah,
But
I mean, guys, come
yeah.
on, like y'all haven't gone to work sick. Let's not do this.
And
Not that
I had
I
no
get it.
idea either.
No, you didn't know. You didn't know. You thought that you were just exhausted. You were
Yeah, it
like,
was like, I
I
think
think
I'm
I'm
just
just run
very
down because you
yeah.
were so busy. You'd been working so much at that time. And I don't know, guys, it's like everyone on set, it's going to be so expensive if y'all just don't show
Also,
up.
we're not even
It's
near
not an
each other.
option.
The
Right.
camera's 20 feet from me. We're not
Right.
even like near each other. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
it's not like we're working in a cubicle
And
next to each other. Like,
anyone's allowed to bow out. It's not like, you know
yeah.
what I mean? It's not
Everyone on
like
set had
they're
Montezuma's
forcing everyone.
Revenge.
Everyone had Montezuma's Revenge or norovirus. Like it's absolutely crazy. Like, which is
Oh,
going around here.
Lord.
No, I don't want it. I'm so
No,
afraid. You
dude.
have no idea, dude. I was in the grocery store. Like I was like,
Yeah, that one is like, that will, oh God.
the last time I had it, I literally thought I was gonna die.
The last time I had it, I shit
Oh
the bed,
yeah.
remember? I shit the bed.
The literal shitting
Next to
of the bed,
Brian.
man.
And
That's
I don't think
insane.
he even, oh, yeah, he does know. Because
Yeah.
we had it. Yeah. Anyways,
I mean, how do
what
you
you're
not
in
know
for this
that?
week, sister? Yeah, I know.
My in for this week is actually going to be a part and parcel to my out. So I'm going to do my out first. My out
Okay.
is back spasms. Now they've never been in, okay? But they're super duper out because I've had a horrific back spasm for like the last 4 days to the point where yesterday the night before last, I needed Martin to come and like I needed him to go get me an ice pack. I needed him to like help me out of bed. Like it was
This
thing.
is where Yahoo or AOL or whatever is going to clip it. They're going to go, wow, they're talking about how they need support getting out of bed.
Getting out of bed. She's too big to get out of her own bed, dude. Okay, Miss Big.
Dude, that's
Miss Bigley.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't because my back was spasming so bad, which by the way is something that I knew I would eventually be dealing with. I've always had to deal with it since I got my surgery because my surgeon basically when I got my my herniated disc fixed because I went fucking hard in a marathon, by the way. Clip that. She did a half marathon.
Clip.
And I trained too hard, too fast. But anyway, so I got
Do you think you're doing that this time with the gym?
No, not at all, because I'm literally walking. I'm just
Oh.
I'm doing incline walking, and that's literally it. Like that's
Got it.
But it is my body does push back on me when I think
Yeah.
I might be maybe doing too high of an incline. It's fine. I'm going to listen to my body. I'm not going to keep doing that. But you know, my surgeon was like, you're going to be exchanging horrific leg pain and a sciatica for once in a blue moon you might get back spasms.
Right.
And I said, sign me up, baby. Where do I check out? Like, let's do this, you know?
Right.
So my out is back spasms, but my in is a foam
spasms?
roller.
Oh.
My in is also back spasms because loving this. No, it is a foam roller. Okay. Because I got a fucking foam roller, dude. Let me tell you how fierce this foam roller is. It's like concrete, basically.
Yeah.
It's so hard and it's got these bumps all over it and ridges, and it gets into my tissues. Like there's no tomorrow. And you should see me. I'm like Cirque du Soleil it in my bedroom because I'm doing Simone Biles in my bedroom because
Limber.
I'm getting limber. I'm using foam rollers. I'm also using those foam those foam blocks that people use in yoga. Literally putting a stack of those under my back. A stack of them under my back and then just relaxing as it like pushes my spine like this.
Yes.
Like, there's this, your spine is like this. Mine
Yes.
literally looks like steps now because it's dislocated. It's so great though. And it has been so wonderful just to like get in there. Also, I was putting ice on it. Big mistake. Huge.
Heat.
Needed to be heat. Needed to be heat.
Yeah.
Sometimes the ice helps though. It helps with that inflammation. But heat was the one. Heat's been the move. A little
Heat was the
ibuprofen here and there.
winner.
Heat was the winner chicken dinner. And my concrete foam roller is because
Dude,
usually
the
ones that I've had they've been kind of bitch. You know what I mean? They've been like pillows, like rolled up pillows, basically. And I'm like, oh, but you don't understand what the layers you have to get through. Right. It's like there's my skin, and then there's tendons, and then there's muscle, and then there's trauma. Okay.
Right.
And then there's other muscles and other tendons underneath that. So it's like you need to get deep into the trauma layer of my body.
Concrete.
And roll it out. The only thing that can do that. Yeah.
Honestly, save yourself a buck and go straight to the concrete yard.
I'm just drop
Get a slab of marble.
Yeah. I'm going to go like
lay
this
on it.
And you just drop me from a literal helicopter onto slabs of marble rocks.
And it'll feel so good and stretched.
Oh my God. I just want to be impaled. Honestly.
You just unlocked though. Like I haven't thought about a foam roller in so long. And every time I break out our foam roller, I'm just like, I love this. So I'm going to probably, although I'm on my period and like the back cramps. So I'm going to do that later.
It's never bad. It's never bad to get in there.
I know. I need to do that though. I love that. Wow. Okay.
What are your ins and outs? Let me hear it.
Okay. My out first is the fact that I've had this dress, that one that I got that I was going to possibly wear to the SI red carpet, sitting in my closet for a week now. I have yet to try it on because it is one of the my out is garments that are just doing too much. Okay. It's like this is going to require me trying it on is going to require a hype up, an unlacing of a corset, a getting in. Okay. It's going to be a whole.
This is something you need ladies in waiting for, basically. Yeah. This is what you need. This is why back in the days, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like the Regency era, they had people there around them because they had to get into shit.
If I don't get in it fully and look at it, then I'm going to be like, oh, it's not going to work. And it very well could work. So like, I want to give it the time of day, but I'm just like, it's just doing too much. So I'm having to hype myself up. And y'all know we all have a couple of these garments in our closet. Usually they're a corset. Like, I think that for me is just what it's just glaring at me right now.
Right.
It knows it's kind of giving about it and it's getting tighter.
It's getting tighter as you go. Yeah.
It's putting on a Spanx. I love a Spanx, but it's daunting. You already know what's going to happen. Right. What's going to go down the rest of the evening. Like, you're going to be pissed. So
you're going to be pissed. You're going to be in a mood. Everyone's going to feel it. The whole house is going to be tense. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
That's right.
I know.
That's right.
But I got all my stuff coming in soon, sister. I got all my stuff that I'm, trying to be. And I know it's going to piss me off.
Yeah.
All right.
I hate a try.
I tried on 2 pairs of jeans this weekend and I was pissed.
Jean try-ons are like, for me,
they're either going to go really well.
Yeah. Or really bad.
Okay. What's your in?
My in is estate sales. Have you ever been? I don't think you have.
Oh my God. No, it's never been my thing. I like love it and I appreciate it, but like, where am I putting it? Where am I putting everything?
No. I didn't realize, like, I'm kind of new into this whole thing. Okay.
Yeah, you are. Sure.
I also was talking to one of my friends who lives out there, and she was like, we don't have this kind of stuff here. And my theory is this: the East Coast is all old money.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's tons on the West Coast of like beautiful things, but I think the type of stuff is like the old money, like dating back. I don't know. East Coast always just has this kind of vibe about it, especially where we are, New Jersey, New York.
Well, things are things are handed down too, I think. So it's like from a bygone era, things are handed down in families, and it's like someone's grandma, and then you inherit it, and then you're kind of like, what am I going to do with this tea kettle? And then you give it you sell it once it's like, it's real good stuff.
Right. So I always avoided estate sales because I'm always like, ugh, it's so eerie to me to walk into somebody who has passed house and
Yeah.
all their stuff is out and it's all for the taking, right?
Right,
It's
right.
a little bit like, ooh, this feels kind of
It's
yucky.
kind of like when all the ants come into like when there's a carcass and like all the ants swarm the
Yeah.
carcass. You almost
Oh,
feel like it's going to be like that.
complete. It's like vulture. You're just like, ooh.
Totally. Yeah.
But I went to my first one the last week. I popped by and it was weird because at first I was like, "Oh, this is kind of sad." Like I was like,
Mm,
"This kind of makes me feel sad," but then I was like, "Actually, I'm kind of glad because it's like all of these beautiful things that this woman had and loved is like displayed beautifully."
right.
And it was like getting a second life or a third life or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and you could also kind of see, it's not like we know who this woman is, but you could kind of see while you're walking through their house or even like through their clothes and stuff like that. A lot of estate sale companies will put like racks out of like their clothes and kind of like stage them. Sometimes it's just like a digger's dream, just go through trash basically, which is like what I love.
Right.
Um, and I kinda could, like, get a vision for her. Like, I
Right.
kinda was like, "This woman is so chic." Bro, I got a Burberry vintage 1999 Burberry coat for $30.
Did you really? You didn't show me. You did not tell
Brother! Well, I sold
me.
it.
Okay. We're flipping. Okay, we're
We're flipping.
flipping.
Because
Yeah.
I finally, like, got it home and I tried it back on and I was like, "It doesn't,
You're
like,
like, this
fully fit."
isn't,
Like, it just doesn't fit me the way
yeah,
that I want it to.
of course.
Um, but, like and I'll show you, I think I just got a couple other little things and mainly, like, home stuff. I got this
Right.
beautiful vintage Woodward bar cart, wrought iron, outdoor for $70. I mean, they retail for, like, $900 online.
Dude, you're
So it's
getting the
like,
deals. You really are
dude,
getting the
I'm
deals.
really slinging the
But here's the
deals.
thing. You guys, if you've been a listener for a while, you've heard us have this conversation about how Hunter's Home Goods is better, Hunter's Marshalls is better, and your vintage store is better, right? Um Now those the algorithms even are different out there than they are here.
Yes.
Because
Yep.
here's the thing. I'm seeing clown mice earrings on Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
Okay, where's your
Yeah.
clown mice earrings on your Facebook Marketplace is what I want to know. Because
Did we
that's
did we ever talk about the guy who with the drawing of Ariel or whatever?
oh my god, that's the other thing, dude. Is I will jump on there and I will see somebody has done an apps and like not to be, whatever, but like if you're going to try and sell your art, there needs to be a point of view, okay? At least. At
Yeah.
least I want there to be a point
This
of
was almost
view.
satire.
It was satire in the way of like, did you ever show Brian the photo, by the way?
No, I need to. He
You
would
need
be
to send it to him because I
offended
need to know.
though.
He as an artist, trust me, he needs to see this. I need him on a visceral, emotional level to validate my feelings about this. This man was
Right.
selling pictures of like Disney characters that he had very obviously traced,
Yeah.
loosely colored in, and was
On
selling
like
them
line.
for like $50.
That's crazy.
It's the tracing of it for me.
Bro,
I'm like, hand make it, dude. Like, at least make it look like you didn't trace it. It
people
was just so
here
obviously
will
traced.
sell original oil paintings.
That's what
Like
I'm
beautiful oil
saying.
paintings
My
for
algorithm's not
$30.
good again. I sent Hunter a screenshot. Somebody is selling mice as clown earrings.
You weren't
That's what
kidding
I'm
when you said that.
dealing with. I am dealing with things where people are hand making them and they're bad. And Hunter,
Bad.
I'm the first person I will say if something is bad. I understand that everyone wants to be like, every art is good art. Everything is this. If it's a creative endeavor, if it's that, I'm like, that's fine. But no, I think some things
Right.
sometimes are bad.
Now, all this to say, one of the things that absolutely devastates me when I'm thrifting or going and antiquing or whatever is when I see kids' art in the pile.
Who's
Now,
doing that though? That's sad.
everyone.
That's
Now,
sad.
but let me tell you something. I follow a girl who recently there was this like massive piece of art and it was I think it was titled like kid like person carrying potatoes or something like that. It was obviously something that like a kid had drawn. It said so and so, how like a 5-year-old. She had gotten it and framed it and like gave it a second life if it was like an art
I love
piece.
that. But see, that's the point of view. It's capturing
Yes.
childhood. It's capturing the innocence. It's capturing like that child earnestly made that piece of art. You know what I
Right.
mean? Even if I'm not
Right.
looking at it being
No, it's
like,
not some
oh, it's a
guy.
Picasso. It's not some guy, some
But does that make
random
you
guy.
happy? Does that make you so happy hearing that? I was so
That
happy when
makes
I
me
saw that. I
very
was like,
happy. That makes me
and sad. I
very
was sad too.
happy. That makes me very happy. But also, you know that if you send me something, I'm gonna be fucking honest about it. How I feel.
Yeah.
It's just my perspective. It's like I
That's
could be
right.
wrong. It's fine. And if I'm wrong and you disagree, that's great. I love it. That's what makes the world go around. But if you're gonna
Right.
send me an art piece and it's bad and I think it looks bad, I'm gonna say something. I'd be like,
Totally.
this is bad.
And I'm gonna say it's good every time.
And Hunter's gonna say it's good, so you can't trust her for shit. You cannot trust Hunter as far as you can throw her because she's gonna tell you it's good. You're just like mom in that way. You guys just are like, there's always a positive spin, and I love a negative spin. I don't love a negative spin. I love an honest, like
yeah.
brutally honest spin on something.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
love honest feedback, dude. I want it.
It is interesting though how I think people's perspective is what shapes so much of our culture, right? Like you look at Picasso, okay?
Yeah.
Not a good artist.
Bad.
I'm sorry.
Hunter's like, bad.
I'm sorry. Not a good artist. If we're looking at it from a lens where each person's lens, right? So for me, in my perspective, I'm like, he's not overall an amazing artist. Van Gogh and Monet, in my eyes, because that's what I like, that kind of art, amazing, incredible, wonderful. Rembrandt, incredible, wonderful. Now,
just really got it. You got a real chip on your shoulder for Picasso. What did Picasso do to you is what I want to know. Here's the thing though, what you always have to take into account. And again, this is what I'm saying. Why did Picasso do art the way he did it? There's a perspective from that I love. I love a perspective in someone trying to say something. And his whole entire thing was like, I'm actually going to rail against realism because it was so big for the longest time, realism and like being like so specific, like every little highlight, and like it had to look exactly like a person or it had to look exactly like a house. And he was like, fuck that. Like, I want to do something different. And I think that again is why the perspective aspect of it is a big deal to me. And like the history
that's why I love Picasso.
It's like, you love Picasso. Did I change your?
No, but
you've always ridden hard for Picasso.
I've always ridden hard for Picasso and for an Abraham Lincoln statue. Now, but this is what I'm getting at. I love that about art in general, right? Of like, especially, okay, let's talk about Picasso. Especially, I mentioned Picasso a lot to Hudson because Hudson wants everything to be perfect, and I'm like, look at the most famous artist in the world is Picasso.
Absolutely.
But I think perspective and the way that it shifted is, and the way that our culture is created is we oftentimes look at who someone in power is, what their perspective is on something, and then that just trickles down until someone's famous for something or whatever. We just trust that person has taste or perspective, and how it just goes from like, if Marilyn Monroe said, I love Picasso, and all she had was Picasso, then surely everyone who loved her would have Picasso prints in their house, right? Like it just goes to show how
tastemakers.
It's tastemakers. It's like, and also I see it all the time when I'm out and about. Someone will post something that they think is trash or worth $20. And I'm like, that is a very valuable piece that you're posting and don't know about. I.e., the lamp that I recently got, right? $25. She had no idea what she had, but her perspective was, I just want to get, you know what I mean? Get it out of here. Like
out of here.
20. Yeah. So it's just always interesting.
Well, it is interesting how like if you need something gone out of your house, all of a sudden what you're willing to give it up for, it doesn't matter
out of my house
how much it's doesn't matter how much it's like quote unquote worth. I need it the fuck out of my house. So what it's worth is whatever's going to get it out of here.
I've basically given away all my furniture at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you have, and we love that. I just wanted to talk about something really quickly, if y'all don't mind.
Please.
Something that I realized this weekend, and I think it's great, is that my husband will eat anything I put in front of him.
Wow.
He will eat and enjoy any food, any type of food that I put in front
That's
of him.
amazing.
Now, I'm not saying anything about anything. What I'm saying is that, like, he is so not particular about food. And it's great because I'm not, in my opinion, a super good cook. So the fact that he will literally eat anything, and he's like, it was great. It was
Right.
really good.
Bro.
Bro, I made him the weirdest sweet potato hash this weekend. It wasn't good. I don't think it was good. And he was happy as a clam eating it. And I was like, thank
I have
God you're not
theory
particular.
though about this.
Okay, I want to hear
Number one, I thought you were going to say I'm not particular about food, and I was about to say, screech.
No,
somebody come and arrest her.
Somebody
Okay?
come get her. She's dancing
She's acting
like
fucking crazy.
She's acting fucking crazy, and she's lying on the internet.
I think that food, when someone else makes it, is
Yeah.
even if it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's when someone else makes it and when you love that person, I think it always tastes better.
That's true.
This is why I think that kids think, I could have water, my kids could have water, same exact water. Mine is always going to taste better to them. They're always
Right.
going to go for mine instead. They're always going to
That's
go for
true.
my food instead, even if it's the same exact food. I think
Right.
that there's something to it, to our brain, where if you love somebody, because you're a bad cook. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but I am.
No,
I don't think.
No, you are not.
I've gotten better. For
You're
sure.
a great cook.
I've made an effort, but I made something different than I normally do. Is the thing.
Right.
It was like an experiment. I didn't think it was very good. So.
I'm sure it was amazing. I mean, Martin also has taste. He loves like a lobster, so it's not like he's just eating like dirt you gave him. So surely
one thing
it was
about
good.
Martin is he's gonna eat the most. He's gonna order the most expensive thing on the menu
always. So don't take him out.
Always, especially if he's paying. Like, forget it. And he always is, basically. So he's always getting like a surf and turf situation. Like, he will order the best thing at every restaurant. And I've always admired that about him because I don't really do that, I always am like,
no, dude, if I'm out and about, I'll be like, I'll get this side Caesar then, I guess.
Or I'll just
if someone
get, like,
offers
something
to pay. I need someone to offer pay at the end of the meal because otherwise I'm like, I'll get the water and the side salad.
I know, I'm the same. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, no, you're right. He does have like good taste, but I think it's great that he's like that because I can't imagine having someone like me who's just like, ugh, about everything.
Yeah, but also I will make you this is what I'm saying. I think it's also has to do with someone that you love. I will make you anything and you're like, this is so good. You'll like totally eat it and make me feel like I'm the best chef in the world. So I'm like, but we'll be out at dinner.
I'm not gonna, I'm not gaslighting you. I'm not gaslighting you. I won't lie to you.
Right.
But no, but I also think you are a good cook though.
Is the ingredient. Michaela, I am not
love
a good
is
cook.
The ingredient. Yes, you are. I think that you've gotten so much better with the kids though, because you are more comfortable and you're being forced.
Literally tell me that I made the meatballs the other day and they said that they weren't going to eat it because they weren't Vivi's meatballs. Hudson said he said, no. He literally said this. No way.
No way.
So, okay.
Vivi's meatballs, dude.
Because he said only Vivi's meatballs. So,
do you do that thing with the kids where when they lose a tooth, you're like, oh, now we can try new foods because you lost that tooth and now your taste buds are different. Have you tried that? Do you do that with them?
No, because my kids have not lost any teeth.
Okay, well, when they do, you should do that because apparently it works wonders for getting kids to try different things that they maybe
That's
didn't
actually
want to
really
try.
smart, though.
Yeah, you're like, well, your taste buds are different now. We can try different things.
Yeah, just lie to them. I mean, every day, all day long. I'm just like,
oh God,
don't do that.
What's what we talked about last episode?
Yeah,
you gotta lie to your kids.
Out. Yeah, you have whole new taste buds every time you lose a tooth.
Why not?
Have
you proven any
otherwise?
Other way?
I've never seen my taste buds in my life.
You've never seen your taste buds in the same room
as with my teeth. Is all I'm saying.
Right.
Guys, go check out our Patreon episode this weekend. There's another one for you.
Oh my gosh. And also thank you guys for the ratings. We got a lot of ratings recently that have been really great. We've gotten some lovely reviews and I can't tell you guys how much that helps us. It basically tells, like Apple and it tells Spotify and all that, this podcast, people are listening to it. It recommends it to people who listen to things that are like your guys's, and it keeps us able to keep it up, dude. It helps us to, get the podcast out there to more people
Keep this
and
train chugging
keep this
along.
train chugging. And we just really, really appreciate it. I know that it's, who the hell has 5 minutes anymore in the day? It's like crazy,
That
but
part.
we really appreciate even if you just go rate, give us like a 5-star. It absolutely, I can't tell you how huge it is for us. So thank you guys to everyone who has. I know a lot of you have messaged me and been like, I went to go, review it and I already had. And I'm like, you guys are so real. And we just absolutely love y'all for that. So yeah.
Love ya.
All right, you
Another one
guys.
bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next week's episode. Bye. Thank you guys so much for listening. You can catch a new episode of Model Citizen every Thursday. And please don't forget to follow the podcast so you don't miss any of the action. We want to hear from you. So please leave a rating and review and follow us on socials for all the behind the scenes action at Hunter McGrady and Michaela McGrady. And don't forget, you are worthy, you are loved, and you are capable of doing all wonderful things. Bye, guys.